never. So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. Never. So why all the road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense need to stop. Stop.
All right, 8:34 in the studio. Welcome back to the show. Officer Donnelly is in the studio. Sergeant McGuire is in the studio as well. Let's make sure that their mics are working. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Let's make sure.
Good morning, JQ. Right. Morning to all the ardent listeners in Radio Land.
Yes.
Home and abroad, and those who are listening online.
Yes. All right. We're good to go. Make sure I get my notepad out here. All right. Let's get right into the show, Donnelly.
Heavenly Father, we come before you, dear God, thanking you, dear God, that we can call you our Father. Thanking you, dear God, that we can say we adore you. And so to all of this, dear God, we say, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So good morning again to those persons out there in Radio Land, those persons who are always listening to our program, and even to our newcomers. Our program will not be the same without you being a part of it, and we're always grateful, whether it's for your criticism, your suggestions, or your concerns. This morning, Sergeant McGuire and I would continue what we would have started last week, Wednesday, when we spoke to the schools and the crossing guards. However, Mr. GQ, whenever there is a caller, you can always interrupt, because we want to hear from the callers as well. And so last week we would have spoken, and we want to continue because we recognize that the problem is still, as a matter of fact, we are beginning now to think that the problem is getting worse now than it was before, because we now have persons of the general public, motorists mainly, who are being very disrespectful to our traffic wardens. And our traffic wardens are a part of our staff. And Mr. McGuire would speak to that when he gets a chance to. And so we are asking you, the motorists, whenever you see a traffic warden on duty, whether it's at a crossing or even just doing patrol in the streets of Bastia, somewhere in the countryside, we must be respectful. Some persons think that because they're wearing blue, there should be no respect. But they carry the same, not 100% weight as the police officers, because there are something that we can do that they cannot. But they are a part of our team. They are part of our organization. We had a meeting with our staff on Friday, Mr. GQ, and one of the complaints that we are having is that they're complaining to how the motorists would drive very closely to them when they're performing the duties in the center of the street, whether it's to allow the free flow of traffic, or whether it is to allow the students or the children or even pedestrians to cross. And we are asking the motorists for you to abstain in doing things like that, because that is an offense. And so we are now putting the traffic wardens in a position where they can take these persons to court. Whenever a traffic warden is calling traffic from one side and you think it's best for you to come out of the traffic from another side, that too is an offense. And so we are asking the motorists to please to be respectful to the traffic wardens while on duty. We would speak to children as well, who the traffic wardens are crossing as they go to school. They are complaining the disrespect that they get from the children. And if we can say, sometimes we have to be mindful what we say in front of our children, because sometimes that is what it leads to. Our children would hear us speak in a particular way in the vehicle when you're traveling to them, taking them to school, and the manner in which you speak, the thing that you would say, would encourage the children to operate a particular way, and the traffic wardens are complaining to that, and so we are asking us as grown-ups to act differently. We are still having the issue with the way how we would park or how we would drive along the school crossings, along the areas of ICCS, Maurice Healy, for example, that is an issue. And so we are asking the general public that there are signage and there is also a traffic warden. Please to adhere to the rules of the road and also to the directions given by the traffic warden. And I would stay here for now and let Mr. Maguire have
right, thank you, Donnelly. So I just want to continue where Donnelly would have left off in relation to what we see as becoming a challenge, and the traffic wardens, their powers derived from the Vehicles and Road Traffic Act, and so they are very much a part of the police, a part of the arm of the police force, and they are given certain powers and authority under the Act. For example, they can ticket you, they can summons you and take you to court. If a traffic warden is directing traffic, they carry the same authority as a police officer, so you're expected to follow the direction given by those traffic wardens. And the areas that Donnelly pointed out, we see that it is a challenge and we want to address them. We are going to be vigilant. We also encourage the traffic wardens who are at these challenging points, if I should say that, are these posts that seems to be posing challenge. You have Dr. William Connell School, that area. Motorists are reminded there is a no entry sign, so if you're entering from Kearn Street, you cannot go up to the school, and there is good reason for that. That's why this sign is in place. If you are exiting from that same road at the school onto Kearn Street, then you should wait for the direction of the traffic officer that is in place. And so from time to time, we assess these safety measures that should be put in place. And when they are put in place, it's for the good and the safety of your very children. And so as law-abiding citizens and civic-minded persons, then one expect that you will follow the rules in the interest of safety and your own safety, because when you think about violating, you expose yourself to the risk of causing a traffic accident and expose yourself to the law and other severe consequences. Can I ask you to stick up in there? Yes.
Let's take this call.
Yes, sure.
Good morning, you're live.
Hey, good morning to your panel, and good morning to the tax couple. I have two things to mention. One that is very, very critical and important. The junction by Buckley, that's by coming on from by the movies and coming from by Lime Key, that need urgent attention, Donnelly. It's about time that traffic lights be put there. In the meantime, however, right, I think that a traffic warden should be posted there at morning and in the afternoon, that's like after school, even for an hour. I am telling you, sometimes I stop, right, to allow posters to come out, and it's like, I don't even know who's supposed to come out, because you have one poster coming from down by the movies, you have one coming from Lime Keel, and I'm stopping so somebody can come out. Who have the right away? Well, nobody really, It's who come out first. And then you have the traffic coming from by the Buey going west. It is very dangerous, Donnelly, and you have seen the amount of traffic accidents that have happened there over the years. So take some time, look at it, and see how that can be addressed. I'm happy to speak about the school zone or the school area. What we need is drop off and pick up. We don't have that. And for that reason, everybody wants to get in close to the school. What I've seen recently is that a lot of persons are now parking on the village pasture, right, and walking. I have done that sometimes. If I drive and I see that the area is packed, I go back around, park my vehicle in the pasture, go collect my children, and come back. Our children, a little walk can't kill them. You know, but we come very lazy here in St. Kitts that we want to park right where we going. So we come back, we jump in the vehicle. Even if we go to dinner, lunch, anywhere, we want to park right there. So again, even by Mauricelia, you need a drop-off zone. And then allow the traffic warden to help the children cross over and go to the school. If you don't have that, you will always have this problem. Because again, we are very ignorant drivers, and we have drivers who say, well, hey, my vehicle are licensed and insured to be on the road. You can't stop me from parking here because there's a yellow line. So that is where the conflict often comes. That good show. I'll continue to listen, and I'll hear feedback on what I mentioned.
Yeah, thank you very much, Carla. Those are two very, very, very pertinent contribution. I'll deal with the former first. The Buckley's roundabout. The Buckley's roundabout as part of the traffic ongoing management and part of the redesigning. That is one of the area that is within consideration. I think the consideration is to have a roundabout place in that area. I hope I'm not preempting, but that is part of the designing. There are other areas that are in consideration as well. You have the junction at Kitsadat, right in the area of the credit union. The sign is the monument is going to be removed, and the proper traffic flow is going to be facilitated in the area, as well as right at Victoria Square, where there are consideration of redesigning those for the freer flow of traffic. And so these consideration, as it will require somewhat re-engineering, and it is considered a capital project for the government. So there are consideration. There have not been any forthcoming plans in relation to that, but they are all consideration. You will notice presently at Shadwell that we have introduced, there is a slip lane coming from St. Peter's very shortly that will be active. And so the exit right at the foot of the airport runway, that will be closed, and so you will have more freer flow of traffic. So these are things that are in consideration. In relation to having a traffic warden place, we will look at it. I think that
we used to have one there at some
is
point, yes.
a reasonable request, because you have children and a lot of vehicular traffic in that area. So we will look at that and try to put a traffic warden in place with that. In relation to the drop-off at the schools, the thing about it, take for example Mauricelia. The street right at the school, that street was made a one-way for that purpose. So if you come up from the bottom of Seton Street, you cannot come straight up. You will have to exit onto Victoria Road. And if you're coming down from the Moravian Church area, you drive down to that street. So if persons drivers are really considerate, you can effectively have more than one vehicles in an orderly fashion, and children can be safely dropped off and picked up without having any major congestion. But what we find, people are inconsiderate. They want to stop maybe at the entrance point, and they want to stop at different that's interfacing with the traffic, but there must be continuous traffic flow. And so that is what we are talking about. We are appealing to parents. we know that the number of vehicles are increasing drastically, and so perhaps you may have to adjust your time you leave home, leave earlier, so then you will have some time. So it eliminates you rushing and have to be able to do everything hurriedly and cause a serious congestion. So we are appealing for the cooperation of the motorists. As you made the suggestion, as we observe and we monitor, we always take matters of consideration that will give us a better and effective traffic flow.
Let's go back to the phone line.
Yes.
Good morning, your life.
Yes, good morning, Victor. A good program. Looking at some of these vehicles, right? They don't like to know that when they're coming around a corner, they go speed to pass one another. And some of them don't want to share the road. They want you to bump the sidewalk while the road for them one. And make a lot of confusion too. So you all need to talk to them too, and some of the police them too. You all need to behave too, cause no, just we alone. You have a good day, finally, everybody.
Right.
Thank you.
You made mention of the slip lane not being active. When will that be, and how do you use it? That concern has been raised this week.
It properly have to be marked and the proper signage.
Can you speak to the mic, please, sir?
It has to be the road itself is complete, but it's not open for use because it you will want to facilitate the proper signage and the markings that will be required. Because if you notice that we will have to take into consideration the drop-off for the buses, and there were consideration as to whether to put the bus stop on the side with the slip lane,
right,
or we have a crossing, and then as the bus drop off, persons can walk safely across to the road if they are coming to Greenlands, for example, and so on. So we have already visited the area with the contractor and the engineers, and all those has already been discussed.
Right.
And so it's just a matter to put in the proper signage.
So Sina is not officially open.
Yes.
Can people use it?
I will not encourage, but that is something I noticed that it has not been restricted in terms of cone off, and I have seen persons using it, but I will not encourage that it is be used until it is officially completed and handed open up for use.
Further down the road by the gas station, you now have a concern there. Some
Right.
people are saying you can turn right, some into the gas station. Some people are saying you can't. What is the position there?
Right. As it is now, the right turn has been restricted. So you're not supposed to turn right into the gas station. The reason for that is that the road is not wide enough to facilitate a slip lane or a center lane to create for traffic. And so we know that we have had a few accidents in that area. Some people find it inconvenient to go around the roundabout and come back if you're going into the gas station. But we are talking about safety. And so that is the better way, because it means also when you're exiting the gas station, you won't be able to turn right either.
Okay.
Right? So though the signage and the proper signage and everything, all those will be put in place shortly.
Okay. Thank you for the update.
Yes.
Yes. I just wanted to just pinpoint, Mr. Maguire would have said in his, when he was speaking, he spoke about the Victoria Square. So I just wanted to let the general public know, because some persons might be asking, what is the Victoria Square? And the Victoria Square is that that area there just across from the police station, that where we have that monument.
The roundabout.
Right,
The
that is
roundabout,
what is called Victoria Square.
I wasn't
That
aware.
too- Huh?
I wasn't aware.
Yes, that's what we call Victoria Square.
So the consideration is to have a wide traffic. So if you you instead of a roundabout, it will be like a Y, so you remove it.
Okay.
And so on. But that is the consideration.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning, your life.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning again, GQ. So Sarge,
Yes.
what you have to tell me now? If I come from St. Peter's, I can't go in the slippery lane because it ain't officially open.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Tell me, you're trying to tell me I can't drive come from Monkey and come down because the road is officially open. As long as there is no sign in place, people have to do what they have to do. The other thing, because yesterday, he was
Granny, I haven't disconnected your call, right? For whatever reason, we are not hearing you properly. I'm hoping you can hear us still on your system, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I could hear you. You could hear me now?
So what I was saying, right? I was encouraging you to send a quick voice note expressing your concerns, so at least the officers can hear you.
Okay, cool.
All right, thanks. So while he do that,
We have anything from the board?
just some greetings coming in. Just some greetings. People enjoying the show.
Okay. All right.
But he made a point there that
Yes.
he has been making all week, right? He's saying if there's no signage, technically the law cannot do you anything. What's your take or stance on that?
You mean for the turning right into the gas
In
station?
any traffic area. So, for example,
Right. Well, that is correct. That is correct. The signage is what gives you the indication that there is a restriction, and we have not yet put the sign in place, but we did we advise the public that there should be no right turn from into the gas station coming from St. Peter's.
Right.
So you will, if you intend to utilize the gas station service, you should continue, go around the roundabout and come back, and then you can easily transit into the gas station.
Okay.
But I have seen persons turning right and so on, and the thing about it, when the signs are in place, then we will enforce strictly. But right now, we just seek the cooperation of our motorists in terms of that.
So you're appealing to
the aspect of safety, road safety.
So you're appealing to the better judgment of the public.
Yes, at the moment.
Okay. We're standing by for Granny to send his concern via voice notes so we can play it for you guys to hear.
There is also a concern at the Seventh Adventist school as well, and we're asking the motorists, parents to have some consideration when they're dropping off their children. That too is a concern. As a matter of fact, I think we had an incident there sometime during the course of the week, and so we are asking the general public to just be
mindful,
and just be. Some of us not patient. Some of us not patient, meaning that we want to do things in a hurry. You must take your time, and you must follow the rules of the road, and that's one of the problem that we're having.
We have the voice note now from Granny, so let's hear his concern.
Yes.
Yes, what I want to say now, if now we're saying that the road isn't officially open, that means more or less Monkey Road. Nobody's supposed to be driving a Monkey Road coming down. Well, I would assume that the road is open because it ain't blocked off, and it's still easing the traffic from in front of the roundabout, who going in the lane there's about TDC roundabout, and who's still coming down. Because yes, as morning I use that. Well, the honest thing, I mean, Strady called me yesterday, I think it was, yes, that, he going on a little holidays, is that he have to come back and repair a section in that lane because of water settling, right? That is the only thing he called me and he told me. Me hear nothing about no road ain't open, right? Because ain't got no cone to block off the lane to stop nobody from driving in the lane. And ain't got no cone to block off no road coming from up here in St. Peter's to say that we cannot drive on the road. The road from the road on Ashfall, more or less, it is open to the general public. As long as there isn't any sign put in place to say not to use it or the tour or whatsoever. Right? Now, y'all are the law. Y'all supposed to uphold the law. Right? You can, if I am doing something, you can't tell me that me ain't supposed to do it because you make a mistake and you ain't put on the sign. If that the road is not for use, right, block it off.
GQ, what I'll say, one of the tenants of Sir Robert Peel is that you always get that sitting buying in terms of corporation. And so what we are saying, and I understand what Granny is saying, the road it is not totally complete. As he himself said, he had a conversation with the contractor, and he said that there might be some unfinished work. And so if persons continue to use the road as it is officially open, it can create other stuff. And so that is why the appeal is that even though that it is not restricted, avoid the use of the road, because you can safely traverse to and from St. Peter's without using discipline, because discipline was never there before. And so wait for the completion and the official opening, where it can be officially being used with the proper signage and the proper markings and so on. And that is what we are asking for the corporation with the public and so on. If for some reason you see the need to use it and so on, you're doing it at your own risk. And that is why I'm saying, because it is not officially open, then you should really cooperate and utilize what has been made available for traffic.
Thank you for sharing that. Don, I'm going to give you the last word. I'm going to wrap up.
Yes, we just want to continue to encourage persons to be mindful of the traffic rules and regulations, and we also want to be mindful of the persons who are taking their children to and from school, just to be cautious and courteous and be careful. Have yourself a good week.
So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury.